to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. So that one will be accepted. They run with Patterson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So that'll back him up 5. On second down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Good tackle by Akeem Hicks, and what a nice career he's had. Remember, he played his college ball in Canada, now in his 5th season with the Bears, and 9th overall in the NFL.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Minnesota.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Set. And work.
Quickly into the hands of Patterson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
On third down, Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
30-yard line.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down, Cook. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A gain of 7. And the Vikings first
on play action. They'll throw. It'll buy some time right. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 25 yards that time.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And now here's a carry heading left. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That'll be complete to Cook. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a 2nd down and 6. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down, Minnesota.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Adam Thielen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see, great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Now it's Patterson. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears nothing.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Watch the boot, watch the boot. Switch. Alert. Ran, touch. Mike 55. I'm going to run you over. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Now it's Trubisky. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Being chased out left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up, and I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he rifles one incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's David Montgomery, 2nd-year man from Iowa State. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up end. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Patterson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Ball carrier.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Come on, baby. Nathan. Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense. But when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
It's up and good, and the lead now moves to 9-7.
Makes the score Bears 9, Vikings 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Man, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Touchdown, Vikings!
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. His throw incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 54. Mike 54. No gain on this defense. No gain. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Hey, watch that, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Get ready, get ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 42-yard line.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. A shotgun handoff to Patterson, and he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 45-yard line.
5 yards remain on second down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
In your face.
Now it's Trubisky. He wants it all for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Cordero Patterson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears have once again taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
Intended for Irv Smith Jr. Incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let it go again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And the third quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Third down.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he's got room. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37th. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Patterson on the carry, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
3rd and 4.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Check, lock in. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Wild bill. 59 is Mike. Check, 59.
Here's Trubisky. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. First down. It's Cook. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Flushed out right. That is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
Complete.
That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
First down, Minnesota.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd and 6. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
To Justin Jefferson. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and inches.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Handoff comes to Cook. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a pickup of 6. 1st down, Minnesota.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd and 8. A give. This is Cook. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Akeem Hicks. A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bears' 7-yard line.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
14.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Unsuccessful pass on third down, but at least you got 3 points here in your hip pocket.
Yeah, and I would take it from my hip pocket and put it right on the shoe of my kicker and go get those 3 points. This isn't even a discussion to me. This is a chance to take the lead after a good drive. Do it.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch the motion. Watch the motion. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Now Trubisky to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 17. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Now, I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Touchdown. And a big turning point here in the 2nd half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth.
To kick off portion.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now Abdullah, the return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Abdullah on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got his man Sharp, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Complete to Tajay.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Second and 11 now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
13 yards.
He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Well, looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. On the carry, it's Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth quarter lead.
2nd and goal.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a one-score game. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, it'll come back at you a long way.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Trubisky. Now a desperation throw. It got his man complete. 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson. 77 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
First down, Minnesota.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
The ball carrier.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the